Just finished a 50-kilometre run around the city. Oh, cut! It's all wrong. It's totally wrong. The move's too fast. Where's hair and makeup?
Hair and makeup. I was just fixing the light.
Ah, good for you. See this bit? We need to be tighter. Who do I have to murder to get a coffee around here? Oh my God. Sam Walsh has been given an 8-year extension. It's a total reshoot. Scrap it all. I need a new hot take. I'll be in my trailer.
You beauty! How good is that? Kick-Ons is back with an unbelievable team. I think about the great poet in Kevin Costner who once said, if you build it, they will come. And look at that. Kate McCarthy joins us, all Australians, left, right and centre. Woohoo! Kano, you've set us on fire early.
Yes, the team at Sportsbet very clever with their ideas. I wanted to keep my top on. They demanded I take my top off, but I'm just so happy that K-Mac's with us. K-Mac, how good is this?
Well, I nearly rocked up in a bikini after seeing that, but was told that, the dress code's a little bit different for the shows here. I thought this was more relaxed, and I saw you with your top on, so I had to quickly change out of the bikini.
Done.
You are sitting next to tipping royalty. This is the man at the start of the finals that just said, ladies and gentlemen, on Kick-Ons, Will Ashcroft, $41, Norm Smith, get on.
Thank you, Jason.
Champion.
I'll slip you the 20 a little bit later. It's good to be back. Almost didn't happen. We had to work pretty hard.
Did we?
To get back for a second season. But I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I thought it was an absolute given considering the goal that we delivered.
Some of us had to fight pretty hard.
You've had a look at my acting.
Yes.
But you don't get away unscathed either.
Oh, hello.
Because your overacting was extraordinary with the great man Bruce McChandler. Look at him. Give us that one again.
Mate,
What was that in?
Robert De Niro gave me a call and he's feeling a little intimidated. he can understand, he knows talent when he sees it, I can assure you.
Good lordy, man.
Talking about internet sensations, and that was not boring, as you beautifully described, Paco is my man. And Paco, who in the US is absolutely dominating.
Paco? Explain to the audience who
Paco was an
Paco
internet
is.
sensation. He's got his favourite player in the AFL. Check this out.
Oh, damn. 1, 2, gone. Acceleration, speed. Bro, she's fast as
Damn straight she is, Paco. So,
Yeah, well, any contract I negotiate, I say that goal has to be included somewhere in whatever it is I'm doing. So we've got it away early, so that one ticks off that end of the bargain.
Paco, whatever Paco says is good enough.
Is he a fan of the rest of us?
Well, can we set a challenge for Paco to have a look at our man's work?
Can we
send him something or not?
I'm not sure that Joe the Goose will get him that excited, but we'll see.
Come on, Paco.
He loves a lumbering forward, so don't worry about that. We'll get him involved. Hey, to make sure you follow us on the feed, check all of our out, and well, that man's totally dominating in JJ. Hey, let's get into the footy. Let's start with what is going to be a beauty. On Friday night, everyone is talking about the Suns. Are we drinking the Kool-Aid about the Suns?
K-Mac, are we drinking the Kool-Aid?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on a lot of teams early. And I think there's a lot of pressure on the Suns. Yes, because of what they did last year, got into their first finals campaign. But for me, if you look at their first 6 weeks, they've got the Cats at home, West Coast, the Tigers, Melbourne, the Swans, Essendon. There is that much pressure for them to be 6-0 at the start of the season that they could really set up their season from here, or they could be on the back foot early.
Yeah, I think for this game in particular, I think they just win. Yeah. I think they win comfortably. If you're looking at it talent for talent, you're lining up the best 23s next to each other. Gold Coast have depth. Their midfield is absolutely stacked. There's the new recruits for 2026. JJ, they don't want for much.
They don't. The only thing I'll say about that, they have lost some depth. So Ainsworth goes, Butterick, Fiorini, Flanders and Swallow out of their finals team. And we saw what that did to GWS with some of the depth that they lost from that team. And that can destabilise. But I agree, the lines continue to move in this game. It was 2.5 points in favour of Gold Coast a couple of weeks ago, out to 8.5. I reckon it'll be about 2 goals by the time this game starts. Maybe some wet weather involved as well. But the Cats have had Dangerfield may not play. We're doing this before teams announced.
Yep.
Jezza hasn't had a great preparation, nor has Bailey Smith. So this is here for the Suns to take.
Now, that's not the Sydney Swans. This is the Gold Coast Suns. What are we expecting from the track?
Well, a lot of this. I mean, he looks sharp. He doesn't use the ball particularly well. That's been his downfall. But if you're looking at his clearance markets, K-Mac, I know you've taken a look at this, and he's going to be in and amongst it, and the clearance numbers will be high for him.
Yeah, if we're looking at that time in position, so 63% in that Community Series game through the midfield. I think they have to use him there while Matt Rao's not there, and they have to use him as a clearance player. So his clearance market, 6+, you're looking at sort of $1.60. But for 8+, he got 9 in that first game. 8+ is $3, upwards of $3. So I'd be getting on that as an outright bet early.
Yeah, we grabbed a still shot as well of what their setups were in the preseason, and Petrarca forward side of the stoppage I think is key, because they've got Jared Witts, and we're going to pause this in a moment. They've got Jared Witts, who's so dominant ruckman. So Will Powell's in there. He can get out of the way. He can stand defensive side. But I think once Rao's back, Petrarca, if he's going to play that striker type role, he needs to be forward side. But as you said, his finishing just hasn't been good enough. He's been so inaccurate. He's kicked more behind 79 goals, 101 since he's Norm Smith. That's
really
not good numbers. You look at Dustin Martin, who kicked 91 goals, 55. So if you're going to play as a forward half striker, you've got to be able to create for others and finish your work. That's going to be the task for him.
What about the new forward? What do we expect from Jamara?
Well, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. If I see one more social,
watching the
if I
social
see
posts.
one more social
airborne.
post of
Thank you.
Jamara Ugle-Hagan from Gold Coast, I'm like, okay, well, good. Let's turn up. Let's perform. Let's consistently do it.
He's been at training.
I wouldn't play him for this game on Friday. Now they will play him. I wouldn't play him. I would have made him earn it for 5-6 weeks in the VFL just to really make him show to the club that this means a lot to him. And he doesn't look fit to me. Like anyone that misses 12 months of footy, be that an ACL or an injury or just a layoff for these reasons, it takes some time to find your feet. So he kicked 2 goals. That was a nice lead up. The other one was from basically the goal squares we're going to see here against Brisbane. He just hasn't done enough for me. Now, Walter's not going to be there, which means that they'll play him, but yeah, I'm not ready to say that Jamara is going to kick 45, 50 goals this year. He's got a lot to prove.
Is he paid the price for the white jumper, maybe?
Maybe.
You're being harsh.
Maybe.
Most of us have paid that price. You
You
wouldn't.
You don't, but others
Let me
would.
just take it off.
The white jumper factor. So Cats have got some injury concerns. We know that's been well documented. So the lines are interesting. So where do we make money here? How do we
I think it is Gold Coast at the line. I'm super keen on this. Now, there's a point. So I mentioned that the line's gone from 2.5 out to 8.5 and beyond. There's a point where you stop chasing that line. As same as horse racing, you don't just back the horse because it's favourite.
What's that number?
When
do you stop
I wouldn't go
chasing?
into double figures. Because part of it is you know that there was 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and you're not going to get a piece of that. So the wet weather's also a concern. So I think Gold Coast at the line, but let's just be careful about it.
My theme of the game of this whole round is Kool-Aid. Are you drinking the St Kilda Kool-Aid that I'm hearing from everyone? Saints versus Collingwood. Let's set up that game.
Oh, let's just drink it for the first round and see what happens, because that's what we got to do in this. We're all making sort of blind predictions to a point. I liked what I saw in the Community Series, but again, I don't really look at that a whole lot, because where players are playing in positions, how much of a preseason they've had, and even just the way that they're used. So Wanganeen Miller, I think, get as excited as you want about him. It's clear he's going to have a huge season. Tom De Koning, Jack Silvani, Sam Flanders. Liam Ryan looked pretty good on the weekend as well. He looked like he's going to be used in a higher half-forward role, but I think TDK has probably the most upside for what we saw last year. He wasn't invested at Carlton in the latter part of that year. He looks like he's potentially, he's got some money to incentivise him this year, but I'm not sure. But I think it definitely changes Rowan Marshall's role. We saw him sitting forward a lot more. He'll be used more in that role. And the matchup I like is that Darcy Cameron role. He loves to defend. He'll have to defend more in this game because there's no how, there's no more as well for the Pies. He'll sit deeper, so you feel like Rowan Marshall, if he is playing in that ruck role at times, he'll have to push a long way forward to try and really test Darcy Cameron.
Do we like him as a forward, though?
Well, not really. The 2022, nearly 30%, that's going to have to be 45, 50%, you would think. And he is a ruckman that looks capable as a forward, but I don't think he's a full-time forward.
He's a good plus goals.
He's a good finisher, so he's not going to need to create 5 chances a game to get 1 or 2 goals. I think if you can get 1.5 goals between them, the two ruckmen, that's a good enough number. And I wonder, Ross Lyon and Chris Scott are very close. I wonder, Chris Scott likes to play front half, back half, ruck, do a few different things. Is De Koning Is he agile enough to play as a follower or do something a little bit different? So I don't really...
He's agile.
I don't think it's a good result if you've got one of those two ruckmen in the forward line for a lot of the game. So I wonder if they're going to try and get creative.
While you're hot, let's talk risers. Let's get the crystal ball out. Who's the riser for 2026?
Purple power for me. Fremantle. I'm red hot on Fremantle. I think last year was a good year of building and consolidation for them. I love the inclusion of Judd McVie as well. He looks like someone who can take some pressure off Jordan Clark. And I love the attitude shift from the coach in that last game before the Dogs playing game, which was effectively a playing game. He got a bit angry and he got a bit grumpy and he changed the narrative. He's always felt like a coach who's gone to a press conference and been walked all over a little bit. He changed his attitude. I liked it.
Okay, who's your riser?
Well, I like Freo for top 4 in that market, and then I also like the Bulldogs for top 6. I don't know if it's the same reasons as you, Kane, but I like them. I think that they will perform this year. I'm still very concerned about their defence, so that hasn't changed, and I don't think they've done anything to really change that with recruits and who they've brought in, but I like their list. Let's give them one more crack. Let's see how they go. I think they make top 6 this year.
Good value at top 4 as well, $4. They play 13 games at Marvel. They do not lose at Marvel. So let's call that 11 before you even start. And then you just got to pinch a couple of other games. Top 4 is looking pretty good. And Sam Darcy is the most destructive player in football. There is no doubt about that. We haven't seen anything like it before, well, certainly for a long time.
Your number 1 rank.
There's nothing like
80 plus you'll be putting that on the feed.
There's nothing like him. It's already on my feed.
80 plus.
Already on.
You made him number 1 player in the league.
He'll kick 12 against West Coast.
What did Bailey Smith say to you when you saw him in the Channel 7?
He wasn't happy at 42.
42?
Well, he's just the most destructive, powerful force that we've got if he stays sound. Now, there's a slight if on that, and he's even in doubt heading into the first game of the season. So that will be the only thing that derails his season.
$10.
The only thing...
Listen to these two. If they keep agreeing with each other, mate, I'll tell you.
Don't worry, we're going to punch on at times.
Well, okay, here's a question without notice.
It's a relationship. You've got to build it up before you break it down.
Who would you rather be, Bevo or Longmuir?
I'd rather be Longmuir because the Dogs aren't that good. 9th, 6th, 8th. They're mediocre.
Well,
and they've proven that.
Why is that?
You overrate their list, mate.
No,
They're not as good as that you make.
I don't overrate their list.
You do.
I underrate their coach. That's the only thing.
Wow.
You put a solid coach with that list.
You don't rate their coach?
Yes, I don't rate their coach.
You don't underrate him. You don't rate him.
Thank you, JJ. That man there. And he's got to prove that he can come up with a defensive structure to support the weapons that he's
silliness.
got.
He's a premiership coach.
So therefore, I'd rather be Longmuir because I think Longmuir's a better coach.
Who would you rather be?
I'm going to go Bevo. Let's go. Let's back in the pipes. Let's have our first disagreement. I'll back him in and we'll see how it plays out for both of us.
Good Lord.
Okay, so we've said a riser, so therefore we've got to say a slider. And I look to you to my left and work my way around. Who's your slider?
And I'm nibbling around the Giants to go low, low, low.
How low?
Like bottom 4.
What?
Well, to start off with, the
that
first...
top button stopped your hair.
At least my shirt's clean. Bedford, Cadman, Daniels, Green, Jones, Kelly, Taylor, all not there to start the season. I mean, how many injuries can this club tolerate?
And they already didn't have great depth, as you mentioned before.
That's
Cummings
right.
gone, Peatling's gone, some others have gone. So
Perryman's gone.
It'll be a great test for Adam Kingsley and his first real big test.
The bottom could fall out of the Giants. Wow. No doubt about
Bottom
it.
4's a statement, though.
Yeah, bottom 4. The question for me with bottom 4 is I think there's 4 far worse teams in the competition than the Giants, with those losses. I won't name and shame yet. We'll get to a few soon.
West Coast, Port Adelaide, Essendon. Who knows about Carlton, Melbourne? So sure.
There's 4 worse.
You two. Who have you two collectively got sliding?
Well,
we'll have
I've
the
got
same team.
Collingwood sliding, but I'm going to go. There's a really nice market that we have at the moment to finish 9th and 10th. Obviously, the wild card game is in there. I think Collingwood finish in 9th or 10th. So I'm not sliding all the way down to bottom 4 for Collingwood, but I like them to sit in that 9th or 10th and $5 as well. I think that's a nice price to get on at the moment.
I got my eye on Adelaide, Richo. No Darren Burgess, who is a silent name we don't speak about a lot, but he's gone to Juventus or somewhere, and the new high-performance guy. And already we've seen the carnage that has ensued since he's left, like the injury. So we've seen Curtin, they're doing some stupid wrestling thing, and he's ruined his season. Let's go wrestle and ruin your season wrestling. Well, that was a good idea. Rankin's in doubt. We've seen Thilthorpe sore. We've seen Sid Draper's sore.
How far are they sliding?
Well, their over-under is 14.5. They're not winning 15 games this year. So I'm not well under, but
12,
I'm going...
13?
Yeah, I think around 12. I'm going to go under. They'll be on the cusp of the 8. Ooh. They'll be in the plane, I assume, this year.
Brownlow medalist. Who wins and
Well,
why?
the man that we, and by we I mean I, backed for Gary Ayres medal, Will Ashcroft.
Collective we.
Now, I mean, we're going to have to sort of suck it and see with the Brownlow medal because of the stats. And I think the stats are interesting. We're going to spend some time on that in coming weeks because they want the umpires to see certain things. Intercept possessions and intercept marks. Clearly, they want to see defenders. I think it might benefit some of these midfielders who do a little bit more than just tackle and chase.
I think it'll suit Will Ashcroft really well. With his numbers at times, or most of his games, are a lot higher than sort of you think his output at the time. He doesn't get a tag because of the other players that are in there for Brisbane, or hasn't historically to this point. And I don't see you giving up a McCluggage tag or a Lachie Neale tag, who I think will be a very good player this season. I like the fairy tale though. I'm going Bond, $8 to start the season. He almost got there last year and he missed a huge chunk of the year. He goes forward, he scores goals. Ed Richards has taken a bit of a heat off him as well through the midfield. I only see him getting better this year. So I love it. The Bont for the Brownlow.
Oh, okay. I love the sound. What are you thinking?
No, Anderson. I think he's a top 5 player.
Yep.
He was robbed last year on Brownlow night.
The umpires have score involvements now. He's a high score involvement midfielder, so he's a destructive midfielder. He's not just get you 30, he actually hurts you. I think he's added to his game the ability to go forward and become a goal kicker, and we've seen him stream out of centre bounce and score. He's in the prime of his career. If Rao's not there for the early parts of the season as well, that won't hurt him. So, yeah, who knows with the Brownlow, but I think he'll be right up there again.
Put that on your feed, mate.
It's on the feed.
That'll boost your numbers.
You've been busy on the feed.
Yes,
Have you got a Brownlow chance that you're putting on notice?
I do.
Please.
Well, I think not on notice because it's harsh, but these are the goal-kicking midfielders,
You've
JJ,
never worried about that before.
from last
He
season.
must play for Port.
Oh, it's hard.
But what's
Mellow next to
stands
you,
out there? That is a
that's
disgraceful return
damning.
from Zach Butters. One goal.
It's not a typo, is
he
it?
kicked 1 goal 6. He has kicked 13, I think, the previous 2 years, and in the pre-season he kicked 2 against West Coast in the first quarter alone. Doubled his output in 1 quarter. So he's got to be in and amongst the top 5 goal-scoring midfielders to take his game to another level, if that is possible.
The most magnificent over-unders, the competition you absolutely love at home, is up next. We're off and away on Kick-Ons. This is a football club that everyone's going to talk about in 2026 is those mighty Saints, the big signing of Naz. What a player. Can he go back-to-back dominant seasons? Ned joins the midfield and TDK will give them a lot of first use. Brilliant around the ground. Liam Ryan adds into the team. We haven't even mentioned Jack Silvani as well. So are the Saints going to be the real deal? So that's going to be absolutely brilliant. Over and under for those mighty Saints up against the Pies. This is the segment that everyone absolutely loves. We just pluck a player out willy-nilly and throw it around amongst you guys. Over and under. And we'll start with Naz. So the line, 29.5 possessions.
I'm going to try and get a carrier pigeon to Craig McRae. He never tags. Please tag. If St Kilda win this game by 2 goals and Naz has had 33 and kicked 3, that'll be the reason. So, Craig, I implore you to tag him.
He won't.
He won't tag and he'll go over.
I think so, K-Mac. The only thing will be how long do they leave him at full forward. So how much of a shift are they going to make with his position? It was easy for him across half-back
kick-ins.
and through the midfield. JJ, exactly. I still think he averages 30 for the year, though.
I still see him, if he's had a quiet first quarter and the ball's down there, I still see him going to get a kick out, to get his hands on the footy, get a 1-2 and get into the game. So I know he's a positional change. For that reason, I think he goes over.
Okay, what about Nick Dacos? Because he has been locked down in the past. Well, they've tried to anyway.
Yeah, under for me. Windhager will go to him. I mean, his record's a little bit overblown. It's more the physical stuff. He was able to get a hold of him, 30 and a goal. I just think he'll go under. Enough physical pressure on Dacos, and so much of the load is on him as well.
Yeah, I'm going under. That was last year. Had a tough matchup. I think the 30.5 is a little bit high for a round 1 game for me. I think Dacos goes under with a tag.
I'm going
fit.
over because...
Well, he should. He's just had a pre-season.
Well, remember this time last year when our man put him on notice?
Yes, and rightly so, and got him into gear
Correct.
and fired him up. But Windhager, right? Windhager's got to the point in his career, and we've all been there as a run-with player, where he thinks he's too good to be a run-with player. He's been getting 30s and 40s himself. He does not want to be tagging anymore. He wants to be a midfielder in his own right. Here's the numbers. He still had 26. I don't think Windhager's going to be this version of himself. I think he thinks he's gone past that.
What was the response from your coach when you decided that you were too good to be a run with?
Chasing was the message. Stop kick chasing.
Say we've all been there. Were you ever a tagger, JJ?
I got tagged
I
every
got
week.
tagged
There's
as well,
forwards
so,
get
yeah.
tagged every week, hey,
Yeah.
which, I mean, it's fair income. But anyway, next play.
We're talking Dacos. Let's go with Jay Dacos.
Jay Dacos, I'll go under. I like Josh Dacos, particularly if he's going to play around the ball, but I've got a bit of a theory he might be picking up a trend under.
Yeah, I think over. I think he plays a fair bit of time through the midfield as well, and I think he still gets his cheap kick out, so over.
One of the bets of the round, over.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hello.
So confident in the over on this one, it's not fun.
Is he going to play mid or back, do you think? Or
It doesn't matter.
Combo?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Houston?
Under.
Oh, it's got a problem.
And the line's moving up. He's going under.
He's going so over, it's not funny. Like McRae said, we've got to give him the ball.
Yeah.
We've got to call for the ball more. He's going to take the kick out. Over like you wouldn't believe. So
Over.
we're together? Yeah.
You won't get a line like that for him for the rest of the season.
Correct, K-Mac.
Okay, so you two, we might have to swap
no.
seats here.
All overs.
Let's multi them up, and as always, K-Mac is representing more value than
Yeah,
ours.
I've gone to Richo Roughie, 13.
If you don't mind. So you're sucking some lemons there
I'll
with
just
Mr.
see how
Unders.
it goes, and I'm going to present my theory next week if I'm correct. If I'm not, I'll never talk about it again.
Now, I'll tell
Okay.
you when he wasn't correct.
What?
Was on the weekend, where he just couldn't help himself but head to X,
Yes.
formerly known as Twitter, and send this out. And if this isn't the early crow of the year, I don't know
Yeah.
what is. All caps. Have a look at the all caps. He's that angry about what the Kangaroos dished up in the first half of this game where they trailed.
Well, I checked out the score if you wouldn't mind.
Soon after that tweet, they just went bang, 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 and they won, JJ.
A, this is my segment. You've stolen it in the first week. B, it's the mindset of a punter.
Yeah.
Back, yes, preseason.
the reverse
bet.
mock.
And it was a reverse Mozz. And
Look-
I got them.
look at
because
them.
they won by a point and they celebrated. And I celebrated too.
Beautiful work. A very quick break on kick-ons, me in my very special seat. Well, we're going to give what everyone wanted. Richo Roughie next. Hope you're enjoying kick-ons. Time for a roughie, and we need $10 plus for every one of our roughies. So we'll put together a little multi, and it's called the Kool-Aid multi. I think the Gold Coast Suns will drink their own Kool-Aid,
Like it.
and I think Geelong can knock them off. Giants can defeat Hawthorn. I'm not buying what they're putting down at the moment. Brisbane can knock off your Western Bulldogs because they're not as good as you make out.
Gee whiz.
And St Kilda are not as good as everyone's carrying on about. The
Wow.
Pies can knock them off and put them all up. It's about a $15 reverse Kool-Aid
A little bit of
multi.
work from you.
And I've got a long ranger as well.
Sure, hello.
This is a Richo Roughie that we need to lock in. Kane Corns is $76 to win the gold Logie at the moment.
Now, this is legit.
This is legit.
What is going
He's
on?
just behind someone who was poleaxed on air.
Right.
She's at $50,
Yes.
but you were 76, and I
Says
reckon
it
you
all.
represent great value.
Well, I was there last year presenting an award. I might be receiving an award this year. Chuck that on your feed.
Chuck that on the feed.
I'm
Got the
getting on
decimal
that.
point in the wrong spot.
Kane to win a gold Logie. Hey, our weekend multi, we all put one leg in. Where do we go first?
Suns at the line. I've said it 3 or 4 times. I'm very confident.
Yeah, I like Atkins, 8+ tackles. As soon as the Suns midfielder starts to get off the chain, he will go stand next to him at stoppage. 8+ like that.
Always reckon you're a chance when you get the reigning premiers early. And I think the Western Bulldogs at the line is very good value.
And then the hot pies to be able to defeat the Kool-Aid Saints. So that's the way we're going to play for our little multi.
Good stuff
Welcome to
from
the
K-Mac.
family.
Thank you. I hope you'll have me back next week.
Welcome to the family.
follow?
Great start. Thank you for watching Kick-Ons.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.